Hello friends. Today I'm going to talk about a band from the United States. They are an American progressive rock band from before the year 2000 called Glasshammer. I'd be hard put to name another American prog rock band besides Kansas. Glasshammer is a North American prog band from Chattanooga, Tennessee. In 1992, Steve Babb and Fred Schendel are the founders, who surrounded themselves with various guest performers as needed. Michelle Young was the first of several lead vocalists. They are mostly a studio band with occasional live shows, but never arena tours. Not what they're about. Journey of the Dunedain was Glasshammer's first LP. It was a concept album based on the tales of Aragorn in The Lord of the Rings. And it sold. Of course, Tolkien sells plenty. With Michelle Young and Walter Moore on drums, toured the southeast U.S. and began work on their second LP, Paralandra, in '95. That's a C.S. Lewis book, sort of about Adam and Eve if they lived on Venus, and if Venus wasn't hot as hell. This one didn't sell as much as Tolkien. Usually Moore provided guitars instead of drums, but he left to go solo. On to Evermore was next in '98, followed by Chronometry on 2000. Brad Martyr did lead vocals. Susie Bogdanowicz joined. This is the classic lineup. And Moore left in 2006. Carl Groves replaced him. Culture of Ascent was the new LP in 2007, but the next album's Three Cheers for the Brokenhearted was pop, not prog. In 2009, John Davison joined on lead vocals. 3 prog albums went with a return to symphonic rock, and the fans came back. And then in 2013, Davis became Yes's lead singer, mostly because Squire thought he sounded like John Anderson. He really doesn't. Davison sounds like Davison. He didn't only join to do John. I don't think anybody can do John but John. John can do John. John probably should have done John. Davison continues to work with Glasshammer and Yes. That went on until 2014. Ode to Echo featured all past and present Glasshammer vocalists. Breaking of the World in 2015 was next. Bogdanowicz was now the full-time lead vocalist. Valkyrie, another concept album, mostly about the aftermath of war. In 2018, on the Cruise to the Edge tour, Davison returned and sang with both bands. Dreaming City was next in 2019, a concept album about Elric of Melniboné, one of Michael Moorcock's Eternal Champions. This was not meant as metal unless you see Hawkwind and Rush as metal, as some do. Then I guess it is. You decide. Also, does Glasshammer rank with ELP, Kansas, and Yes as progressive toppers? I'm going to say, oh, wait, yes, Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore. Toto was a froggy doggy. And Elric is one of my favorite Moorcock stories. He's got a lot of really good science fiction out there. If you like science fiction and you haven't read any Moorcock, what are you waiting for? It's pretty cool that Glasshammer decides to put an oral atmosphere and use some of the lyrics from Moorcock's book with permission, I gather. You know, Elric with the black sword that steals the souls of the people he stabs and kind of moans when it's taking the blood into its area wherever it takes the blood to. Certainly not this world. Yeah, that sword is kind of like a sorceress sword. I like the 6 books of the Vadpaw series as well. That's Corum. He's the last of the Vadpaw. He's sort of like Elric. They're both eternal champions. And they do meet up in a Count Brest story about the end times. It's just really high-level fantasy, sci-fi, sorcery fiction. I don't think it gets any better. If it does, please let me know in the comments. I'd like to find someone like that to read now. I've pretty much read everything by Moorcock. And I'll read it again.